Here we have the 2015 Toyota Prius Persona Special Edition Series. I'm going to go over some of its features compared to its Prius 2, which is the base model that can be found anywhere 23 to 24,000. This one's priced at around 27 to 29,000. Here we have the exterior of the Prius Persona. It is very similar to all the base model Priuses. One difference though, as you see here, very beautiful large rims, 2 inches bigger than the standard Prius models, and it is a very nice sporty look. Other than that, it is a very similar model to the base model. Now we're inside of the Prius Persona. We're going to go ahead and do a road test. We're going to do a cold start as well. As you see, that was the engine starting. It's a very quiet vehicle because it is an electric vehicle. Go ahead and put it in drive mode and we're off here. One thing I do like to mention is that you get some of the best miles per gallon ratings out of any of the competitors in its class. You get a combined of 40, you get a city of 54, and you get a highway of 48 miles per gallon. Reason why highway is a little bit shorter than city is because the way that the Prius works is that there's charging stations behind each tire, so when you come to a stop, that's when the electric motor is getting charged. So when you're on the freeway, obviously you're not stopping that much, so it's using a little bit more gas than it would be in the city. Hence why you get about 4 to 5 miles, a little bit less. Right now, as you see here down here, you have 3 different modes. You have the EV mode, which is pure electricity mode, which runs about, you get about 12 to 13 miles on pure electricity. You have eco mode, what we're in now, which is it balances out the gas and the electricity. And then you have power mode. I'll go ahead and put it in power mode now, so you can go ahead and see that uses pure gasoline. So if you need to overtake someone, or if you want to go ahead and pass up someone on the freeway or get on the on-ramp, put it in power mode and it actually still gets just under 130 miles per hour. I'm sorry, horsepower I should say. Here we are. So as you can see, you can hear the engine. It is a 1.4 liter, so it does house gas. And it's a very, very quick vehicle because it's a very light vehicle. Now again, that is going to use a little bit more gas. That's not what these cars are intended for, so let me go ahead and press it into eco mode again. And it switches back here. You can see the inner-up display. Now we are charging the vehicle, as you can see. And now one thing I do want to mention as well, you're not able to put it in full electric mode until the battery is at least halfway charged. This one is just under halfway, so we're going to need to stop a little bit more times, but it charges very fast. Let's switch over. We're almost there now. Very smooth ride as well. It's a very smooth ride, very comfortable, and very good suspension as well. Not too many bumps in the road. Again, the difference being you have those 17-inch alloy rims compared to the standard 15.5-inch rims that come on any other Prius. So not only does it look better, but it actually feels a lot better for the long distances, which is really what these cars are made to go. Again, here, coming to a stop. And I don't know if you caught that or not, but it just switched over to pure electricity when you're coming to a stop. Or if you're idling, that's one thing that's very unique as well. When you have the car and let's say you're waiting or you're stuck in traffic, there's an accident somewhere and the car is just idling, what the engine does is it switches over from gasoline into just pure electricity, since the engine knows that there's no gasoline running through the engine. So that's where you really get to save a lot of your gas as well. You know, your engine does consume gas when it's idling because the engine needs to run. This has a gasoline engine and a very, very good electricity engine as well. Now mind you as well, it does have some horsepower in the eco mode as well. And again, if you look at the display, it'll let you know which mode you're in as well. Very close to the windshield, so you never have to take your eyes off of the road. And of course you have your hands-free display system here. Let me go ahead, all you have to do is touch it. You don't have to even press it, just very, very light touches. And it'll come up on the screen as well if you would like to change the volume. You want to go ahead and, the trip, how that looking, very, very unique. Along with the left side here, you have your Bluetooth connectivity and your hands-free calling as well. So now that the batteries, as you can see, that was just about 2 minutes. The battery is more than halfway charged. Let me go ahead and put it into EV mode. You got to take it down to about 30 miles an hour for it to access electricity mode. Okay, here we go. I'm coming to a complete stop. And now we're in full EV mode. Let me take it out of eco mode. Now this is pure electricity that we're running on, no gasoline whatsoever. And again, you can get a full 11 to 12 miles just on pure electricity. So if you need to go just down the street, maybe to the grocery store or maybe drop the kids off to school and it's within that 12-mile radius, you're not using a single drop of gasoline, which is why these cars are the best-selling cars in Southern California. So now we are about to conclude our test drive. As I mentioned, it's a very quiet vehicle, very different compared to a normal gasoline vehicle, but in the long run, it's going to last you a very long time. It is powered by Toyota. Toyota spent a lot of years in the making for this. Our hybrid motor is different than any other manufacturers. We have the longest warranty on it as well, and it's not going to give you any type of problems whatsoever. And as I mentioned, it's a very smooth ride, and if you do need to access it and get up into those higher miles per hour, go ahead and put it in the power mode, and you're more than welcome to do so.